Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and of this little community here on YouTube. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you're doing well. My name is Nicholas and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, crystals and the magical properties. I also do readings on the channel and talk about all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, you know what to do. Please subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. And this is a safe place if you're practicing witch, Wiccan, pagan, or whatever spiritual path you may be on, because there's no right or wrong spiritual path. There's just the path that's right for you, the individual. Now today's topic, which is a philosophy topic, is hitting rock bottom in life. So when you hit rock bottom, you've hit your lowest of your lowest. And you may feel like giving up in life. You may feel like there's no point going on. Okay? But the good news is there are people in my life who have hit rock bottom and they've rised again. So it's possible in life to hit rock bottom, to hit your lowest point, but to rise again, to change your life, to get your life back in order. Okay? But I'm just going to use, and again, I've got some cards that explain the situation, but give advice in this matter. So, when your life is a mess, okay, and you've abandoned your ship, this is the current situation. So we've got the Eight of Swords. You feel trapped. You feel stuck in life. You feel blind. You may have these invisible chains on you. These visible chains. They're not physical chains, they're psychic chains. And it could be the chain of validation. Validation is nice. It's nice for people to like and enjoy your work. But don't live for validation because it becomes a chain. But many people, and if you look at artists in the past, there were many great artists, but they didn't get the money or their paintings, their work was not worth a lot of money until they died, until time went on. So a lot of artists went into deep depression because though their work was beautiful and they loved to paint and all that, they wanted to do what they loved and make money out of it. And though that is a beautiful path, it's a difficult path to work. So validation can put you into that, make you feel trapped. Approval, wanting other people's approval. Approval's nice to get approval from people, but again, you shouldn't live for that because it makes you feel trapped. Caring what other people think, that also makes you feel trapped in life. And then fear, living your life by fear. Now we've all got fears, but the best thing to do with fear is to face it head on. But a lot of people, their life is all over the place. They feel tied down, they feel stuck. And a lot of people, they can form because some people, and you could be one of those people who've came from backgrounds where you couldn't talk about your feelings and emotions. It wasn't safe to offload, or to really talk about how you feel and to get support and advice for how you were feeling. So a lot of people, they turn to alcohol, they turn to drugs, they turn to gambling, some type of substance that helps them offload what's inside for it. And in the moment it feels great, but in the long term it makes you feel trapped and stuck. And the next stage of your life going rock bottom is the tower. You feel your life is a complete and utter mess. You neglect your health, you're hardly eating food, or when you do eat, you're overeating. You're eating away your feelings, your emotions, and you're making bad food choices. Your bedroom, your house, it's a complete mess, because you've passed caring. You don't care about yourself, your mental health's not good, your emotional place, and your life is all over the place. And that's where you've hit rock bottom. You feel trapped, you feel stuck in life, and then your life's all hackety-packed, it's all over the place. And then you've got the devil. So people have, their life is in rock bottom. Their life is hot rock bottom. Before you get to that stage, your life's already in a mess. You feel trapped and stuck in life with the Eight of Swords. Then with the Tower card, your life's crashing in. It's falling apart. Then the Devil card, you have made choices, but were bad choices, and now those choices have become addictions, and you feel trapped and stuck. Now, in this imagery, you see the two people have got chains on them, but they can take those chains off. So again, it's choosing to break away from those bad habits, those addictions. But when you're in the midst of it, your life, and many people have hit rock bottom, they've met the devil, and not like the actual devil, because to me the devil doesn't actually exist, but metaphorically they've met the devil, their own inner devils, their own demons, and then you feel trapped, you feel stuck in life. And it's like this person who's the devil and these two people that are beside the devil, they're under control. So it's like you're not in control of your life, your addiction is controlling you. So it's like you might start taking alcohol, that might be your drug of choice, but then the alcohol starts taking you, or you start taking drugs, or a combination of both, and those substances start taking you, and then they have control over you, and you're not able to enjoy the present moment. And then there's Two of Swords, which is you're at a crossroads. When you hit that rock bottom stage, it's like your life is really in a mess, it's really in a pickle, it's all over the place, and you've got these bad habits, these addictions, these substances, and you feel so trapped and stuck in life. And then you've got a choice to make. You can keep making excuses, you can keep doing the bad addiction and that, and then eventually your health is just going to get worse and worse, and then you're not going to be here anymore. And with addiction, bad habits, they ruin your life and you're not living your best life. But you can also go the other way, because the sword points another direction, which is you can choose to heal your life, to heal from your past, to grow, to break free if it no longer serves you. Now, what do we need? If you've hit rock bottom, means your life's really bad, it's really chaotic, and before your life hits rock bottom, it's in a mess. So if your life's like a mess, and then you get to this stage where you're at rock bottom, the energy that helps us change that is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about knowledge, wisdom. So for some people, because a good friend of mine, they hit rock bottom, their dad may have took them to the water, but they chose to drink the water, which was A. So their dad didn't save their life, they saved their life. They saved their life. They did. Because they used the tools, the knowledge that A gave them to change their life. So the High Priestess is about learning, it's about growing, it's about knowledge. So again, that's what you need to change your life. You need that knowledge, that understanding. Now, once you've got the knowledge, like, okay, how can I change my life? It starts with eating healthier, exercising, making sure my home is a clean and safe place. Because if your home is nice and clean, then you've got good energy in your home and you feel good spiritually and psychologically. So there's lots of things you can do. Writing in your journal, processing your feelings and emotions through your journal, having a gratitude journal, and writing, focusing what you're grateful for every day. So using the knowledge you've got and learning knowledge and techniques is going to help you change your life. Then with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like working hard. A lot of people I know who I've done readings for are some of my good friends who've got addictions, who have hit rock bottom but they've changed life. It was hard work. And this person's working hard, and that hard work is going to pay off in the long run. So again, breaking out of addictions, bad habits, when your life is a mess, you feel trapped, it takes a lot of soul searching, it takes a lot of work. And it's hard work to change your life. That's how when people give advice, the advice is true, but then people might say it's easier said than done. And it's true. Changing your life is meaningful. And life's not meant to be comfortable. It's also not meant to be messy or tricky. It's meant to be meaningful. Your life's meant to have meaning and purpose. That's what it's meant to have. So it's hard work to change your life. But again, once you've hit rock bottom, it's getting away from the Eight of Swords. It's getting away from the Tower. Getting away from the devil. And then when you're at the crossroads, it's making a decision to change your life for the better. And then it's you embracing the high priestess, learning, receiving knowledge and wisdom that's going to help you change your life for the better. Then doing the hard work, doing the journaling, doing the dieting, And I wouldn't really say dieting, but finding a new way of eating what works for you. A way of eating what's healthy. Making homemade meals, exercising, doing gratitude journaling and journaling in general, and also going to like AA meetings or going to a therapy, or talking to the right people. And then once you do the hard work, it's embracing the magician. It's looking at what are your dreams, what are your desires, what do you want to create in your life? Because you're the magician of your life. Because the magician's got all the tools, the resources to manifest his dreams, desires. So it's looking at what type of life do you want to create for yourself? Do you want to create a healthier life, a life where you're successful, you're abundant? And if you love yourself and you focus on your health, then everything else works out, because if you're in a good place mentally, emotionally, and energetically, then you've got the power to manifest your desires as well. And then the Knight of Wands is about taking action, because we can all talk a good game. When you hit rock bottom and then you really deep down in your soul, deep down you do want to change, but no one else can change your life for you. Only you can change it. And we can all talk a good game, but you have to take the action. It's like if you want to go a holiday, you have to save up money to go that holiday. That's the action. You have to save up money to go that holiday. Or if it's alcohol, it's your addiction, you have to go to a therapist, or you have to go to your doctor, you have to go to AA meetings to break that bad cycle in your life. And then with the Eight of Cups, it's walking away. It's walking away from the old version of you. Not hating that version of you, understanding that version of you, meeting that version of you with love, respect, but letting go of the old version of you and embracing who you're choosing to be now. And the version of you you're embracing now is the version of you that's healthy, the version of you that looks after yourself, the version of you that's is good mentally, emotionally, the version of you that takes action to achieve your dreams and goals. So when you hit rock bottom and then you go, I really want to change my life, it's walking away from that old version of you and embracing the new version of you. With Nine of Wands, it's also learning to protect your energy, to have boundaries with people, to have boundaries with yourself, but also boundaries with other people, lines that people do not cross. Because the boundaries is like, as you embody this new version of you, the old version of you would have accepted disrespect, would have accepted bad company, because you think some company is better than no company. But as I always say, and I say to my friends, and also I say to clients, if the company you've got, if they're rats, if they're horrible, wicked people who are jealous and envious of you, they're not worth being in your energy field. And you shouldn't accept people like that in your life, because those people will never change and they'll just want to bring you down with them. So it's also leaving that old version of you and protecting yourself and having boundaries in place. With the Hermit card, it's also about learning to enjoy your own company and to spend your time, your spare time. Look at your alone time as your spare time and fill your spare time with hobbies. Read books that you love, books that you find interesting, fascinating. Go to the gym, walk in nature, meditate, do activities that help you heal, grow, do deep soul searching. And then when it comes to changing your life, you've hit rock bottom, part of rising again is learning to fill up your emotional cup. With the Ace of Cups, it's learning to do things that are good for your mental and emotional and physical health. It could be dancing in your kitchen. Exercise could be as simple as listening to songs that you love and dancing in your living room or kitchen. That could be part of your healing journey. And as I'm saying that to you, as I hold this card, Spirit was giving that to me, like someone dancing in their kitchen. So it's, dancing to your own tune, your own drum, and doing things that are good for your mental health, your emotional, your physical health. Sometimes even doing like dancing to music what you love and enjoy, that's going to be good for your mental health and then your emotional health. Because in the body, there's lots of different energies, but we can break the body down into 4 energies: the mental energy, the emotional energy, the physical energy, and then the spiritual energy. So if the mental energy is good, then the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual energy will be good. And then 4 of Wands is learn to celebrate your life. But yes, life is about learning. There's things in your past that are very difficult you cannot change, but in the past, those difficult things, can't change them, but the difficult things were meant to happen, and those difficult things teach you valuable lessons. The good times what happened in your life also teach you lessons, but everything in life is temporary. But you can make a bad situation worse when you abandon yourself, when you don't look after your health, just like you can make a good situation even better. But part of rising again is learning to celebrate and enjoy your life, because life is meant to be celebrated. It's not only meant to be comfortable life, but it's meant to have meaning and purpose. So your life is meant to mean something. It does have meaning, but you have to define that meaning. Only you can decide what your life's meaning is. Like if you, for example, or if you're a psychic reader, for me, if you're like a psychic reader like I am, for me, your meaning in life would be to help people through doing psychic readings, through doing energy healing. That would be your purpose in life, to do what you love, to help people through doing readings, but to make money from what you love doing. That would perhaps be your purpose. It could be to be a doctor, it could be anything, but you decide that. And it's about, life is meant to be lived and enjoyed, and it's meant to have meaning. So you've got to decide. It could be saving up to go travel, a trip of a lifetime, a cruise even, but you decide how to make your life meaningful, and life's meant to be celebrated and enjoyed. With the Sun card, rebuilding your life is also about, again, knowledge. So the Sun is associated with light, with knowledge, and the light at the end of the tunnel. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, but the light at the end of the tunnel isn't physical light, it's knowledge. And that knowledge helps us. So rebuilding your life is also about finding joy, finding happiness again. This is where gratitude comes in. Writing in your gratitude journal every day, because that's how you find joy. Focus on what you're grateful for every single day of your life. That will rebuild your life as well. With the Emperor, this is understanding that you're the master of your life. You're the magician, you're the master of your life. Because the Emperor, he's in charge, he's in 40, he makes demands. Now, in the real world, we can't control people. We can't. I suppose you could manipulate people, but that's just an illusion of control. But you cannot control others or outside circumstances, but you can control your mental well-being and your emotional well-being. And if your inner world is good, then your outer world will be good. But you're the master of your life. And that's what the Emperor's about. Like, you decide when you find yourself at the crossroads because you've hit rock bottom. Your life was in a mess before you hit rock bottom, but now you've hit rock bottom. You decide, am I going to continue doing my bad habit? What's going to make me end up dead one day? Or are you going to change things? But only you can change it. And it's understanding you're the master of your life, because you can choose to eat your feelings away, drink your problems away, but they only go away for a few minutes, a few hours, but they're back the next day. So you decide. And then with the Empress, this is someone who looks after herself, someone that looks after her kingdom, someone that's living in luxury, comfort and nourishment. So you decide with the Empress, it's about looking after yourself and creating a beautiful, amazing and luxurious life for yourself. So when it comes to changing your life or rising again, part of the journey is learning to love and accept yourself and take care of yourself. That is part of the journey as well. So some of you watching this reading may resonate with you. This reading, this style of video may resonate with you, because maybe your life's a mess right now. Maybe you've hit rock bottom. But it's possible when you've hit rock bottom, it's possible to rise again. It is possible to transform your life, to shine bright again, to shine bright like a star. It's possible. And it starts by learning to look after yourself, by loving yourself. And it starts by the High Priestess energy. You know, learning the knowledge, the wisdom to change your life. And it's never too late to change your life. You just have to have that desire, that will. And, you know, you can hit rock bottom. Your life can be a mess. But it's never too late to rise again and to change your life as well. And that's my message here as well. As always, stay safe, look after yourself. And I hope this reading resonates whoever it needs to resonate with and bring some guidance and comfort. Until next time, look after yourself, take care, and know that the universe is always conspiring for your highest good. May meet, may part, and meet again. Blessed be.